Hi, good evening, everyone. This is Vineet Pandey, and after a long time, I'm back. So, we're going to talk about your preparation. Maybe I'm sure that you must have done 2 to 3 revisions, and I'm also sure that everything is on your tips. So, we'll go for some questions also to boost you up and your confidence. And along with these, we have some questions so that I'll be answering all the questions related to UPSC English Literature, as most of the NET students are asking me whether they should go for UPSC or not. So we'll be discussing a lot of things. Till then, good evening to all of you and all those who are live. Introduce yourself once again. Till then, other students join us. So let's start it. Hello, Saima. Good evening. So till then, like people, those are going for good evening and all. What is the status of your mind for the exam? अभी आपको एग्जाम के लिए कैसा लग रहा है? Excited? Not excited? Bored of your books? Are you bored of your books? It's like boring or something passive. What's your mindset? कैसा mindset अभी? Tell me. I'm not able to see all the comments. So only a few comments are visible. Let me check. Uh, Maybe some students are facing problems in writing comments. I'll check this thing with my phone only. So 64 people are watching this right now, and so 64 people are watching this right now, and so 64 people are watching this right now, and so 64 people okay. So after the update, the comments have been disabled. Maybe my assistant didn't know that it's a live discussion. He thought that it's a kind of teaching. So I had some good evening comments, and then maybe they're still working on the same video from laptop. So maybe they have disabled the comments. Not a problem. So I'll answer some questions for all of you. The first question that I'm getting it on repeated mode. People, they are asking me repeatedly that what is the difference between UPSC syllabus and NET syllabus. See, syllabus of NET is vast, unprecedented. It cannot be categorized in some particular group. It's simply that anything which is written in English can be the part of NET English Literature exam. While in UPSC, not only the writers, but the poetries, the novels, the dramas, everything is clearly mentioned. For example, I have the syllabus in front of me, and this is UPSC syllabus. They have written the Renaissance period, Elizabethan, Jacobean drama, metaphysical poetry, you know these things. The epic and the mock epic, neoclassicism, satire, the romantic movement, the rise of novel, and the Victorian age in part 1. Then, section A, William Shakespeare, King Lear, and Tempest. So it's clear that William Shakespeare, King Lear, and Tempest. So you don't have to wonder if they ask you a question from Hamlet. It's not like NET that you read Tempest and they ask you question from the Comedy of Errors. John Donne and the poetries are fixed. Canonization, Death Be Not Proud, The Good Morrow, On His Mistress Going to Bed, The Relic. Paradise Lost, Book 1, Book 2, Book 4, Book 9. Alexander Pope, Rape of the Lock. When you prepare Alexander Pope, they also ask you questions from Perry Bethos, The Art of Sinking in Poetry. They ask you questions from Windsor Forest. Here it's simple, Rape of the Lock. So syllabus wise, this is very easy. The Mill on the Flowers, Hard Times, Tom Jones, Gulliver's Travels, Test of the Files. So syllabus wise, this is very easy, nothing new. It's modern age, Auden, Eads, then Conrad, Lawrence, Foster. So you'll be happy that yes, it's easy. But then I'll read some questions for you. Because the approach of UPSC is totally different. The question is, generally, the Indian characters in Passage to India are less convincingly portrayed than the English characters. Do you agree? So the characters in Passage to India, who are Indian characters, are less convincingly portrayed than English characters. Do you agree? So you're supposed to remember each and every one, their characterization, the quotations, lines, so they can answer it in a perfect way. Mrs. Dalloway has no conventional plot or action. It conveys to us only some moments of psychological illumination. Discuss. So think about these questions. Some more questions for all of you. The repetition and evolution of the symbol of echo in Passage to India. Not a tough question. The significance of dreams in portraits of the artist as a young man. Discuss. The theme of alienation and isolation in Lord's Gym. Discuss. Is Kantapura more concerned with reform in our dominant religion and culture than the political protest against colonial domination? Explain these things from perspective of colonialism and post-colonialism. This is UPSC, so the approach is totally different. They want you to write the critically evaluated answer, and that's why syllabus of UPSC is easy than net, but the approach, the way you have to answer is tougher. Now, the question is whether the net student should go for it or not. See, at present, this is the kind of reality that I'm going to tell you. So be ready to understand. Be ready to understand this harsh reality. This is the harsh reality. You qualify net, you go for MPhil, you go for PhD. Sometimes net takes 1 year, MPhil takes 1 year, PhD takes 3 years, 5 years. And even after taking 5 years education, 6th year you are looking for job. No jobs. I'm really sorry to say, but because of COVID situation has become worst. So you go for net, you go for MPhil, you go for PhD, 5 years, and then there is no job. In UPSC, after graduation, you go for UPSC. 1 year you missed, no problem. 2nd year you missed, no problem. But 3rd year, wherever you end, whether you become IAS or some other government jobs, but at least you will have a government job. So if I have to guide one of my family member from the reality point of view, so I will say that brother, instead of going for net, MPhil, PhD and everything, a long process, and then be unemployed having a PhD, it's better to put your 2 to 3 years in UPSC. So even if you don't become an IAS, you don't become an IPS, you'll qualify multiple bank exams, NABARD exams, income tax exams, GST exams, assistant commandant exams. In short, you'll have a government job. At present, because of COVID situation, colleges are being run on online mode. There are no hopes that they'll be opening these things. So obviously, in online, the schools, colleges are not getting proper fees, so they are not hiring teachers. UP government has clearly mentioned that for next 2 to 3 years, no hiring. Central government has indirectly mentioned that no hiring. So we understand the situation is really tough. If I am at your point and my job is to earn something, to be settled in life, then instead of going for net, MPhil, PhD right now, in present situation, I'll focus on civil exams, because in civils at least you'll be qualified for some sub-inspector, for assistant commandant. There are multiple government jobs. तो कुछ तो qualify होगा. I know some of you are not liking this reality, but a teacher's duty is to tell you the reality. Economic situation of our country is really something to be worried about. And then you think net is taking some 1 year. Why? Because even in 6 months when the exam is conducted, your 1 year is wasted. Suppose you have qualified in first attempt. You filled the form, you qualified, you waited for the result. Technically 1 year went. Then only you receive a certificate. Then you go for interview, you are not MPhil, PhD, they ignore you. So you go for MPhil, you go for PhD. 5 years. Have you seen all the PhD people getting a government job? No, they're not getting it. They are working in private sector. So spending 5 years and a lot of money, you do not get a confirmed job. Isn't it better to utilize your energy, your efforts, your hard work, and just give yourself a chance of 1 year? And moreover, after 5 years, you'll become a teacher. and you give 100% for just 1 year, maybe just for 2 years, you'll become an IAS and everybody will salute you. Everybody will salute you. So at present, this is the reality. And those who have English literature in background, it's quite easy for you. English literature syllabus is very short. It's very short. See, they start from William Shakespeare and they ended with Henrik Ibsen. Section B, Mark Twain. Then T.S. Eliot, Osborne, Philip Larkin. It's complete British history, not even world literature, no literary theory, no literary criticism, only British history. And in British history, the writers, books, poetries, novels, dramas, clearly mentioned for you. It's clearly mentioned. So that makes it very easy. And then, not a lot of people take English literature as option. So only a few people will take it. This shows that even if you write an average answer, it will be getting higher marks. You will have plenty of chances to qualify. That's the answer. And along with these things, even after qualifying NET for top central universities, whether it's MPhil or PhD, you're supposed to go for entrance exams. I have seen people who qualify NET, but then they're not able to qualify MPhil entrance, PhD entrance, and they go for private PhDs, private university PhDs. So again, that makes you unemployed. So my suggestion is, because the situation of India in economics, crisis because of COVID, we don't think for next 1 year, 2 year they are going to give you a job. So it's much better to go for UPSC. And moreover, in UPSC you read everything: GK, political science, history, geography. It makes you prepared for other exams. I didn't have this knowledge when I was preparing for NET. I'm very honest. I told you that I didn't like literature. I have always told you I didn't like literature. I didn't have any guide. The one who would have told me that, Vineet, you study for 12 hours for NET, study for 12 hours for UPSC. You have a good brain. You have a good memory. You qualify NET, you will have to go for multiple NET JRF to be famous. You just qualify one IAS, one exam, and all set. Everything is set. The name, the status. So obviously I didn't have the guidance, otherwise I would have gone. And today, obviously, I am not going to leave this field, because students look at me with faith, with hope. So I can't leave them alone. There is no Vineet Pandey, just one. So if I go for UPSC, who will handle this thing? But you people have chances, plenty of chances. And when you answer in English in UPSC, because you have an English background, your journal paper, your essay answers, they all become very impressive. So I think this is a kind of smart option to go for. If you think about your life seriously, UPSC से better कोई option नहीं है. This is the best option. That's my suggestion to all of you. And I'll stop this conversation also, because unfortunately, as I told you, that the live chat has been stopped. So I'm not able to take comments. So I hope that this video of 13 minutes will help you to understand what exactly I want to tell. With this message, tomorrow I'll be going for another live, and I'll make sure that nobody does a mistake. This is for the first time it has happened. So tomorrow we'll go for a proper conversation, and I'll take your questions. Till then, be prepared. God bless you all.